Hey guys and gals, Paul Acevedo, EastX Twitch from Windows Central. Tonight I'm joined on the mic by Brian and Adam, also known as Zero.
Yo.
Hey.
And we're going to play some Blood Bowl 2 for Xbox One. It's also available on PS4 and Steam. Just came out this week. Brian and I are playing multiplayer against each other. I'm going to be the Bright Crusaders. They are Bretonians.
All right.
Cool. Paul, I hear this is the sequel to Blood Bowl.
Turns out that it is. There was a first game.
Okay.
Man.
Didn't play it though.
How predictable.
I've just had an amazing idea. If anyone wants to do this, create a game, a sequel to a game that doesn't exist.
Oh,
Like
let's
that movie,
see.
Leonard 6?
Yeah.
Let's just pick this one. What the heck?
Leonard Part 6?
Was that any good? I never saw it.
No. Also, he's a rapist.
Well, yeah, but
Jeez, man.
just talking about the movie.
Oh. I don't even know what movie you're talking about.
Oh, Bill Cosby's in
Well,
it.
if it's a movie, we can be assured that Brian hasn't seen it.
Hey, Iraq.
Brian, why don't you watch
Welcome,
movies?
Rock.
Because I got better things to do
Brian
in my
Adams
life.
rocks. Why does he mention that? Oh, is it because you guys are
Because there's
Brian,
Brian
and Adam?
and
That's
Adam.
funny. I thought it was like he knew you
Uh-huh.
were Canadian and that was your favorite artist.
No, that's not my favorite.
Sure.
Definitely not Canadian.
Listen, man. You want Brian Adams?
And how
you
many
can
times have you seen him live?
have him.
Hey,
Oh,
C-Dub.
3 or 4.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
sure.
about to see me slaughter Paul. Mwahaha.
The loading times are a little bit excessively long in this, as you can probably tell.
The chuggy on that start of the cutscene was pretty bad.
Well, it is a sequel.
Thing is, they were developing it for all three platforms at once, and I think often with a smaller developer that PC game, really it's PC first and then console second. Often it seems like they end up with kind of longer loading times. Looks like a little bit of screen tearing.
Well, they're expecting you to have good hard drives.
I do have a good hard drive. But yeah, you're right. Like on PC, you could have an SSD. And you could on Xbox One, but again, it wouldn't affect loading times because they didn't make the system that way. Not significantly, anyway. So, Adam, can we just call you Brian Adams from now on?
If you want. But I'll assume that you're talking about the wrestler Brian.
Oh, is there one?
You're up, man.
Yeah, man.
Do I want to kick? No, I want to receive.
That's what Paul always says.
So, what's so interesting about Blood Bowl is it has a sports theme, but it is a turn-based strategy game. So it's very much unlike other sports games. It's a game that theoretically anybody could play, whether or not they're good at sports games. So, and that applies to Brian and me. We don't normally play sports games.
Nope.
Now, does this have the? Because I briefly played the first video game version of Blood Bowl. Does this have like a real time, like mode? Because I think that one had like a real time mode. Like you didn't have to play turn based.
No, I don't think it does.
I don't think it does.
And I mean, I don't even know how that would work.
There was some other mode where it wasn't exactly like the board game. It was more video gamey, more real time. But I can't remember.
You pick a guy, and then like you use the cursor to pick who he passes to and stuff. It seems like that would be a lot of work for them to do real time, but it's interesting. It would be cool to offer the option.
Maybe I might be misremembering, but I feel like that might
Oh,
be the
you're
case.
thinking of Mutant League Football. Easy mistake to make for the Sega Genesis.
No, I'm not thinking of Mutant League Football, which is a great game, by the way.
Why wouldn't you be thinking of it? Oh wait, is it actually my turn?
Yes.
I thought I was just waiting on you. Period. Oh, crap.
Nope.
Yeah, Brian and I are both very new to the game, so I'm going to make a lot of rookie mistakes and what have you. Set my players up to attack. So you're going to kick to me, and then I can move my guys. Can I move them? Yeah.
Looks like you got different formations.
Yes. Or I can just manually move
Just
them
let me know when you're
forward.
ready.
Nope, don't want to do that. And again, I can't get very strategic at this point because I'm still learning the game. Save setup, confirm setup. Yeah, if you wanted to, you could actually keep that formation and just instantly make it in future times if you save it. So that's a good option. Brilliant coaching. What was the point of that?
Okay. No idea.
Yeah, there's these events that can happen and they affect the game. So now I have to make this guy walk over and pick up the ball. I don't know what to think of the announcers because they have a lot of dialogue and the campaign has a story. But
And they talk.
yeah,
all
they
the
talk a
time.
lot, and at least one of their voices is pretty high up on the annoying scale. The vampire guy.
Yeah, he's probably supposed to be like that. He's a vampire. They're supposed to annoy the heck out of you.
Vampires.
Oh no, my guy
Oops,
fell over.
you fell over.
Crikey.
Hey, CMU.
Do I want to use a team reroll? Alright. What does that do? Well, let's try it.
It lets you try
CMU,
again. I
welcome.
guess.
Yeah. But you only have a few, so I would
Oh.
not waste
I
them
just
on.
want to see what it would do.
All right, that's funny when he falls though.
Way to
Pretty
go.
hilarious. Anytime someone falls, it's
So,
hilarious.
is this guy good at running the ball, or do I want to pass it off? You know, I don't know.
Who knows?
Are there turn limits? Oh, there are time.
Yeah, you have
Oh,
a time limit. You're down to about a minute
Okay.
and 15. Chop, chop, ball.
Fine. Oh, and then
Some of those stats are going to be his movement, like his AG is probably agility. That maybe that's his
Raven
movement,
roll.
or movement. I don't know.
oh, I think I'll push you that way. I can choose what direction I push the guy if my hit works.
Mm-hmm. It is about as far from real football as MMA is. Icky.
You're stunned, like a dead parrot.
Yep.
It's actually more like rugby.
You think so?
Yep. Although I remember the board game had like American football rules too.
Interesting.
It's nice that it has timers when you're playing against a real person.
I'm following you. Let's see how that works.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
you'd
that
have
moved
to-
me forward.
You'd have to have time. I mean, maybe you could probably turn them back in a friendly, turn them off in a friendly game. Maybe I don't know.
Probably.
But
That was a bad roll.
Players are knocked down. That stinks.
Except neither one of us hit each other hard enough to knock us down.
Choosing block dice.
Ooh, which one do I want to pick?
Yeah, I mean, you can't tell me this is not exciting. You can't tell me that.
could tell you that.
No.
I must have picked the
Gameplay
wrong guy.
wise, it is really fun so far. I don't know if it will get too hard for me. I could see that maybe happening. I'm not great at strategy games. Boy, not a lot of time left. Gotta go ahead and hit everybody that I'm gonna hit. Can I hit that guy?
It's definitely a strategy game. There's a lot of randomness to it too, of like
The
just a
dice
lot of
rolling
weird
and-
random
yeah.
things that can happen. Too. The dice rolling, but also like just little things that can happen every turn, little events.
Mm-hmm.
Choose to follow or stay after you hit them. I like that. You can stay in the same position or move forward at the same time. How about this guy? Okay, come on. Where can you go to? Oh, I already used my blitz.
If I remember, the key thing on defense was kind of spreading your guys out so that you cover the lanes, so that because if a guy goes past your guy, then you'll get a chance to tackle him. So you want to try to not leave too big a hole so that they can get through. You want to try to spread your guys out so that you can
So I don't want to.
get a chance to
I kind of made
tackle.
a big wall of players. That's not the way to go.
Well, a wall maybe not, but like as long as there's a couple spaces between them so that you have the an adjacent space is covered by that.
Welcome, C-Dub the Monster. Glad you made it to the stream, man. Yeah,
Your head will hurt
well,
even more.
I mean, in a way, it's hard thinking about how you're going to win But on the other hand, compared to other sports games, you have a lot of time to make your decisions and stuff. Oh man, I can die if I don't use my apothecary. I better go ahead and use it.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a little complicated, Ick. C-dub.
Niggling injury adds 1.
2.
I don't know which.
1.
I don't know what to pick out of those. So what do I pick? Can anyone tell me what just happened?
You just
Did
died.
he actually die?
You ran out of time. You're not on the field anymore.
That doesn't make any sense. I picked an option.
I don't know. Maybe he's off for a little while.
Yeah, but no, the point is, Bob, that it's not real time. We have a lot of. We just pick what a guy's going to do and move on to the next guy, manage the whole team. It's fun like that. I can't do anything right now, right? Nope, I don't think so.
Nope, you have to wait till my turn.
I want my guy back.
You got to pick which die, Paul.
How?
When they're red, you just pick
No,
one.
I mean, I don't have an option to pick. Oh, I had to push A. Fender down. Ha! You only pushed me back, punk.
The red, when it comes up red, you get to pick what.
Bob, you're acting like
happens?
reading is a bad thing. Reading is good. There's not enough reading
Reading's
in
for
football.
punks.
This is 50% wild animal. What does that even mean? See, he's doing things I don't know how to do.
I don't know.
Can I look at the crowd?
Okay.
The crowd is fully polygonal, which is good.
It is?
Yeah. They're not 2D. You can scroll over and look at them. You can't scroll very far into the crowd, but
Cool.
yeah, the graphics engine doesn't look as good as the PC game, and so like the trailer videos, if you watch them, doesn't look as good as that. However, it is still pretty good looking, all things considered. There's a lot of detail in all the characters. A little bit of screen tearing, which I don't like. I'm pretty sensitive to screen tearing.
There's creams for that.
Adam's always trying to give me different kinds of creams.
Anytime you got a problem, I got a cream for it.
Sometimes he won't tell me where he got it.
I don't want to know about this.
Huh?
I really don't want to know about this.
Now then, let's see what we can do here.
Yep. Just a bucket of cream. Who's got the ball here?
Yeah,
Got
we
the
do in
blue-
the back.
They got the blue.
Why would I want to
light
re-roll the
thing?
dice? Does that mean it didn't work out?
I mean, you should pass him on the ball, right? Should you throw the ball?
I can pass if I want to. And you think I should? Is that the way to go?
I don't think
think
either
you
one of
should.
us do either, Icky.
I think that's a good way to advance the ball.
Alright, but see, that's the thing. I don't have a good open spot to pass to. Actually, that might be open. Let's try that.
Well, you want like if you got a guy behind, so you got the one yellow guy behind the other yellow guys. Those are kind of your blockers.
I'm pushing action
So-
menu. Oh, I see. Yeah, the action menu is not very good. 67% chance to catch. Let's see if this works. Oh no, he can try to intercept it. You didn't warn me about that, Adam.
There are interceptions, Paul. It's football,
Mm,
so I don't mean it to be rude.
Throw it. Oh, failure.
Failure.
threw it out in the middle of
Turnover.
nowhere.
But it had a 67% chance of succeeding. I was really hoping that would work out.
Oh goodness. Okay. Let's
Yeah, Icky thinks we can just fight it
grab the
out.
ball.
And I guess maybe that is an option since players can be incapacitated.
Could do that.
67% pickup. You succeeded. You had the same. Wait, did you? No, you didn't. Okay, fine.
Wah, wah, wah.
The odds are against us
I
both.
thought I did.
Alright, well, first thing we want to do is. I don't even know. tackle this guy. What? The action failed.
You weren't paying attention. I was standing right next to you.
Oh, and that automatically.
Yeah,
I
if
think
you
it-
walk through one of the red squares,
See, I haven't done enough of the tutorial stuff. This is a
Like
mess,
I
but
said,
that's okay.
sweep
We're gonna
kick.
play more than one game. Maybe I'll get better the second game. Because I failed at that, I just lose the whole turn.
Game
It doesn't
over.
make sense.
yep.
Because my one guy failed. One guy.
Maybe you should have made that throw.
No.
If you had made that throw,
Yeah,
things
things
would
would
have
have
been
been a lot different.
Yep. That's right. Things would have
My
been better.
opponent's a jerk.
Just because you weren't paying attention.
I was paying
Look at that
attention,
guy.
I
He's
just
gonna
didn't
go
know
in.
that would happen. Handsome Mark is stunned.
You have to go after him because he might trip on the grass.
We can only hope. But right now, he's still choosing to attack my other players.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
What do you mean, Bob? What kind of Windows Central layout? C-Dub the Monster, do you play Blood Bowl 2, dude?
I think he's talking about the chat. Are you talking about like in CSS and all that stuff, Royal Bob?
Someone, anyone, figure out what Royal Bob is talking about.
I can't.
Does anybody know what Royal Bob's ever talking about?
Only about
Nope.
2/3 of the time.
No. 62% of the time, like that throw.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brian.
Yep, totally.
You got the chat back in the
Yeah,
stream. That's
all
cool.
thanks to Brian, actually. Because the developer of
Yep.
the chat program I was using has just given up on it. All he had to do was change a port in his program. But apparently that 5 minutes of effort was too much, so
Yeah.
instead we've switched
Well,
to Night
the one
Dev.
he's using now is made by
Yeah.
NightDev, who makes Nightbot and a whole bunch of other things like Better TTV, and they make incredible
Yeah,
Twitch
Twitch
tools.
downloader, they make that. I use that often.
Yep, that too.
So they're in it to win it.
This one's called CapChat.
Is it my turn now? How do
Yep.
I know
Looks
it's my
nice.
turn?
You just lost 30 seconds,
Because I
Paul.
didn't know it was my turn.
It
Boy,
said turnover.
All right, well, they're
This is what happens when you drink. Paul.
punk.
See, that's a bad one for you. Because I
I love
just
things
knocked you out.
failing over and over. That's wonderful.
Isn't it?
Why did I only get that
Baseball's
one
man.
move? If one of my guys fails, my whole turn ends.
Yep.
Yeah, there is something like that.
Touchdown!
Touchdown.
Punishing.
TD.
Linkor the Ugly.
Yeah. So far, it seems pretty good. There is a campaign with actual written story content and stuff, and that's interesting. There are
cheerleaders.
cheerleaders. I feel like if you're gonna have cheerleaders, they should be a little sexier than these, but that's okay. Dead and injured, one.
Paul is using a program or a sort of a plugin sort of called CapChat, which is made by NightDev. KAP chat. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm liking
Okay.
it so far. It respects the name colors and everything, which is sometimes a problem with different Twitch chat programs.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, it keeps the names, the formatting, it keeps all the emotes and everything. And if you really want to get into it, you can make a custom CSS to make it look like whatever you want. But I'm not that
Me neither.
adventurous. You're up,
Royal
Paul.
Bob, why don't you type your Dude Benny thing? I want to see that.
Dude, Benny.
Wait.
Doo-doo-doo.
So I can move my guys, but I cannot actually attack yet, right? Because the kickoff hasn't happened.
Benny, 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 Benny.
It needs to make some kind of sound or be a little more visibly obvious.
It makes a
I
horn
don't-
sound, Paul.
I don't know, man. It just
It goes. "Bwah."
Maybe it's because we're on the stream and everything, but if
Oh, could be. How are you listening to the sound?
I just have the speaker on the minimum setting.
Ah, well, that'll do it. I got it in my headphones, so I can hear it when it goes off.
For some reason, I find the sound coming through the actual headphones when I'm broadcasting to be distracting, so I don't do that.
I usually keep it turned way down low, but I have to have it up so I can hear your voice.
I see. Hey, come back
Sexy.
on. Yeah, we'll see how this works. Again,
Yeah, make the line.
changing weather, nice. Oh, the ball's gonna move in a random direction. Touchback, haha.
Oh, and it went out. Darn it.
Punk, does that mean I have the ball now?
Yep. You gotta give it to one of your players.
All right. Ah, crap. God, there was not enough time to. Oh, okay, that's fine. It did throw it to that guy that I pushed A on. I was afraid it wouldn't. Now I got a little time to try to get you guys off our backs. Let's see how that goes.
So what else you been playing lately, Brian? Tell me.
Haven't
Tell
been
Uncle
playing
Adam
There's a lot of
everything.
Flappy Bird.
I've been
Flappy Bird's good.
I've been pretty busy.
Good. It's the
At work.
opposite of good.
What? What's people think Flappy Bird's the worst thing in the world. It's not the worst thing in the world. If that was on the 2600, that would have been a million seller.
I don't believe that.
Yep. Everyone would have loved Flappy Bird on the Atari.
Had to have a sacrifice play
I
there.
think it would have been kind of an ET level disaster.
No way. Flappy Bird's way better than ET. It's got scoring. It's got pipes.
I feel that it is worse. Yeah, ET is not good, but at least you can move without the active movement being frustrating.
ET's not. A lot of people say ET is the worst game ever made.
No, but it was a colossal disaster. You can't deny that.
Oh yeah, it was huge.
Uh-oh.
Sure, it was huge, but
Well, it just happened to happen right at the crash of.
But
The
it's
video
one of the
game
games that
market
is
before the NES
responsible
came
for
out.
that.
I don't know if it was. I think it was in a pretty steady decline for several
But
years
nobody
before
bought
that.
ET and liked it. Nobody.
Well,
They only
that's
gave the
true.
guy a little bit of time to make the game, so it's not like specifically the developer's fault, but
a little bit of time's like 6 weeks.
yeah, so he just had to rush and make some kind of game, and he was a little overambitious in the actual design. If he had made it more simplistic, like a Pac-Man clone or something, then at least you could say, well, it's fun for what it is. But you can't say that.
Wow,
with how
Icky
it
was
is.
right. Paul's just making a line.
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not.
But see, Paul, you can spread your guys out, put a space between them because that space is if he tries to get through that, it will
I
be a
am
tackle.
seeing what you're saying.
Yeah.
And
Flappy Bird, he pulled, didn't he? He pulled. I mean, there's a million Flappy
he pulled
Bird
it and then he put it
clones,
back.
but
Or
he
something.
pulled.
I think.
Oh,
so.
did he?
I could be wrong,
Yeah.
but I think.
Because it was like, was it too popular?
Yeah, he was getting interview
Yeah, he
requests
couldn't
and
take the
stuff. He's
fame.
like, "Oh no, money! My problems are so bad. I have this money now."
Wait a minute.
That
Was it?
sad for him.
He charged for Flappy Bird?
There's some kind of
I think
yeah,
it was 99
99
cents or something.
as I recall.
Oh, was it?
All right. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still-
ADRS.
Yo, Dr. Swoboda. Glad to see you, man. Caverns of Mars. Oh, C-Dub Demonsta has Windows Phone. That's awesome. So he must be one of our readers. That's great.
I asked Tyler if owning a Windows phone was like owning a Saturn. He didn't understand.
You know, it's kind of like that except for less good games. Because the Saturn at least had, like, almost all the games were great, right? Unless they were made by Acclaim or somebody.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really
Yeah.
mean games-wise. I mean, just like, you're kind of supporting the
Yes.
underdog, the, that the the spunky underdog,
Yeah, you know, I mean, Sega.
and you're watching all the cool stuff go to other machines, and you're like, yeah, man, but I got Clockwork Knight, so eat it.
But Clockwork Knight's actually a good game, even if it's not a wonderful. You know, it was never a wonderful game. It was never like a system seller, but it
Ooh.
was fun.
Yeah, let's try that again.
Sure, I know. I'm just, but what you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. It's,
Same
it
result.
certainly isn't.
Yes,
That would
something
suck.
finally worked out in my favor.
Curses.
All right, where's my ball running guy? I guess I want to take my other guys and.
Well, you shouldn't have upgraded to a beta operating system, Icky.
Yeah, Windows Phone 10 is not a good thing to have right now, or Windows Mobile 10, whatever the crap they're calling it.
Yeah. It's still too buggy.
Never, yeah, never be a beta tester.
Well, I don't mind beta testing software when it's fairly stable, but Windows Mobile is not right now.
That's right. Never accept free cold salads, and never accept beta testing.
Come on, we're re-rolling that sucker. Defender stumbles. That sounds good. Eat it.
Ooh.
Now.
Oh ho ho! What's this, Bob? Playing all Vita games on PSTV.
Yeah, there is some kind of special thing for that now. That's good that you brought that up, Bob.
That's nice. I'd love to play that Uncharted game.
You can. Only thing is, I think the camera stuff doesn't work, but you can run the game, so it is an improvement.
Is that some sort of weird
Yeah,
hack?
it is
or
a
what's going on
firmware
with that?
hack, and I think it's opening the door for people to eventually do custom firmware and stuff. I mean, actually, I think it is custom firmware, so it opens the door for other kinds of hacks, is what I should say.
Basically piracy.
Yeah, I don't want piracy to happen, but it is Sony's own stupid fault that they didn't whitelist every single game. You know, there's no reason there should be a whitelist, and it's difficult for developers to actually enable it, so you can't play Konami games and crap like that. It's just stupid, and consumers should not have to put up with that.
Are you
No,
done?
we're not done.
Well, hurry up
I
then.
think I might want to run the ball.
Well,
Run
chop
the
chop,
ball.
Paul. Jeez. You can run right by me.
Oh crap! Don't want to go that way.
Hmm.
How about this way? That looks better. They fuss when you do that.
You want this game so bad. You really want this game that bad?
Good.
I mean, it's good. I mean, I'm not saying it's not. I don't know. How badly do you want it? That's what I want to know.
Adam wants you to work for it. Basically, Adam is saying that he
I-
might be able to get it for you if you were to do certain favors for him.
Well, I have a basket of creams, if you know what I mean.
Oh
So I've
boy.
heard.
Oh,
I'm pushing
boy.
X
This
for the
just went
action
to a
menu
weird
and no actions come up. Does that mean there just aren't any? Okay,
Pretty much.
but that's...
Although you might want to revive your player.
You're right.
over
I
there.
do want to... Where?
The one on his
All right.
back.
I got a couple on their backs, don't I? Yeah, thank you for
Yeah.
bringing
Everyone
that
say
up.
hi to Cluck
Clark my
He's
Duck,
here.
welcome!
Hey, Clark. You're free.
No,
Uh-oh.
Royal Bob, the first season of
Don't yell that too
Gotham
loudly.
is not good.
Okay, where am I at? Where's my cursor? Okay.
No, my mom's calling. Hold on.
He's knocked out.
This is when you hit him when he's talking to his mom.
That's what I plan on.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, man, this is Blood Bowl. This is not like some sort of weird table tennis game or something where you can stop for calls from your
What?
parents.
Your guy can roll that far?
have to keep-
Oh, crap. No, no, no. Fail, fail. Fail. I didn't think he'd be able to get over to me. Oh, God. Ah! Oh, no! The
Ooh.
fans are
Oh.
kicking.
You were owned by
Why
the
don't I
crowd.
get a reroll?
That's
I didn't get a
good. I like
defensive
that.
roll or anything.
So where'd the
Yeah.
ball go?
Straight up
Oh.
You
murdered.
have the ball now? You can't have the ball.
You have the ball still. You're back here.
I don't understand. Where am I? Oh, back here? He has the ball?
You're way over on your line.
I don't understand what I'm doing. Oh, I guess I'm not doing anything. I'm just waiting for you.
Well, the ball. The guy with the blue thing is the ball, right?
Yeah, but the
Has
ball.
the ball, right?
I thought
Yep.
it was over there at the front right. Did this guy have the ball all along? He must have.
Hey, run that guy up and break free. Gotta make a pass. Get the win, man.
Don't I only get one movement? I can't make two movements even if I don't use all my spaces? Or do I get, or can I make two as long as I have movement left?
That's a good question.
Yeah, see, Bob, the thing is that
can't
Gotham
I-
is, like, dirt stupid. So, like,
Yeah, I didn't hear
Even
good
if-
things about it.
even if they add the Joker to Season 2, which they have, it's still really dumb. It's a show that doesn't need to exist. It has no justification for existing, and they haven't done anything to really earn its continued existence yet. Especially not in a world where The Flash is on TV, because The Flash is the almost perfect superhero show. Yeah. The writing can be a little bad every now and then, but as a whole, it's just perfect, and it makes something like Gotham look super misguided. It's just a dumb idea. Let's watch a Batman show where Batman can never be Batman. Yeah,
Yay!
sounds great.
Actually, sounds great. Isn't it Batman?
Nice. C-Dub likes Flash also. You're the man.
I wonder if he's talking about a different kind of flash,
Uh-oh.
Paul. Be careful what you wish for.
I mean, it's the Flash of
turn.
a camera, of course.
Flash
Thought that
video
was
games.
obvious. Flash video games.
1970s flash?
What? I don't even know what that is.
All the men running around in trench coats?
Flash dances.
Oh, that's weak. I can't push you into the crowd.
Flash
Well,
mobs.
there's no reason. I don't have the ball.
Well, I know, but it would be funny.
I see how it is.
Flash
Fail to
pan.
dodge. Fail to dodge.
You're not supposed to be watching what I'm doing.
I'm watching what you're doing
Okay,
on my
as long as it's only
screen.
on your screen.
I have the stream paused.
Once again, 2 turns in a row, I only get a pushback.
Waha.
No, that's BS.
Yes, you made it up.
Hold on. This one. Look at Paul getting all handsy with me over here.
That's how I roll.
Yep.
Touchy feely.
You want those lotions?
Good fault.
Good timing. Well done.
I don't understand why it's saying dodge period because there's no bad guys over here. So
You
Just gonna go for it.
are running around the tentacles. His reach is pretty long.
crap.
Icky got the right idea.
Okay, so I have to incapacitate him first, which is totally not going to work. But let's do it.
Yeah, good luck.
My team doesn't have a super
Ooh.
guy.
Yeah. Ooh.
Son of a God, freaking
You shouldn't have picked the people.
turnover.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is
Guess what that
frustrating.
means.
I mean,
If only somehow you could manually control all your people.
if only his team didn't have a guy with this insane reach, which my team has no equivalent of.
But I think he has less players, right? Is that true?
I think we have the same amount.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
One of my guys must be a hero of some kind, but I don't know what his powers are. But they definitely aren't able to tackle a guy 8 spaces away.
I mean, you probably do have. You probably do have some guys with some special powers or something. They just don't look as cool.
I don't know what to think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Royal Bob, that is weird. Do we have a moderator who is watching the stream? Royal Bob, you're right there in the stream.
Come on,
Yeah.
Bob.
Yeah, come on. I make you guys mods. I don't like when I have to say, hey, by the way, use your mod powers when you're just right there in the chat.
Yeah, I got rid of them.
It's a guy named N4V Nizla.
They got him already.
Thank you.
Oh man, I should have attacked you, not your little
Yeah,
minion.
that is true, but no. I wonder what Mongbox is up to. She must be busy. I haven't even had a turn lately where I could choose what happens when I get hit.
That must be an occasional thing.
Yeah, you don't
I
get
haven't
to
got
choose
that
what
at all.
happens. That's a like the person doing the hitting is the one that.
But he did right at first. When
Usually-
we first started the game, he had a choice on an attack.
I mean, I can't even see where the line of scrimmage
It might
is.
depend on your. It might depend on the skill of your guys, like how many dice you get to roll. You know what I mean? Like the more the more better their skill, the more dice you roll. That
Could
sounds
be.
familiar to me. Yeah.
Brian's turn just goes on forever. Forever.
Yeah. I'm taking my sweet time.
So,
Got to maximize the number of hits. Got to take out as many guys as you can without miss. You know, like because if a tackle will end your turn, right?
a failed
that
tackle
true?
will end your turn.
Failed tackle, yeah.
You can't know if you're going to fail
So
or
you wanna
not.
be-
So it's a
Well, I know, but you gotta
You're
make
up.
sure that you do as much damage as you can before you attempt to do those kind of moves.
yeah, that's not a good move.
Ooh, yeah, that's
I
a bad
see that.
move.
So you can see what I'm even considering to do. I
Yep.
don't. That seems a little odd for a turn-based strategy game.
Just what it is.
This guy can't do anything unless somebody comes back and saves him. So let's see.
I don't know if there's a set number of turns, Bob.
You're a number of turns, Bob.
Hmm?
What?
Bob is a strict number of turns.
Uh-oh.
Did you just fart at me?
I don't know. Your guy is got gas coming out of him now. What does that mean?
No, I have no idea. I've never even seen these guys before.
Oh, you did when you hovered over a guy. It said foul appearance, so maybe there's some sort of weird thing you did.
So I select this guy and I try to tackle the guy 2 steps in front of him. I've already used my blitz this turn. What is that?
I don't know where the line is. It told me that all the time. I don't know what's going on.
This guy can attack you. It's not going to work. The defending player's pushback. Well, that's something. And stay back. Now. This guy already went, right? Yeah, he already went. Okay, fine.
Cluck My Duck wants to know if you are streaming more regularly on the weekdays.
Yeah,
Paul.
we've had more opportunities to stream lately, more games that we need to stream for some reason. And so, yeah, I am trying to do more. It's not going to, I don't think we're going to commit to it or anything, but for now. But also, again, my desire to do that is highly tempered by how many people show up. And
We got about 10 right now.
yeah, which is not horrendous, but again, for the number of followers I have, it is horrendous, and so that makes me not want to do it. It's a hard thing.
Well, yeah, you have almost 2,000
Yep, and
followers.
they're all jerks. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
That's probably true.
You got to
No, that's-
announce this stuff,
Well,
man.
I did tweet it a couple hours in advance, but I mean,
Oh, well. How many people follow you on Twitter?
4,000, something like that. But again, Twitter's hit or miss. You know, did they check their Twitter at that time, or didn't they?
But I
Pick
think
your destruction.
on Twitch, though, you know, it's a very small percentage of your followers that actually show up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it's
Like
ridiculous.
for everyone in general.
Yeah,
Because
that's just
people
how
will
it is.
people will just follow, like they'll be here and then be like, I'll follow, but they'll never be back. I'm sure some people have like 100 streams on their follow list. You know what I mean? Is everyone still here? Is it just me? Should I start telling
was-
jokes?
All I hear is crickets, man.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Now that I've... No, don't throw the ball.
Come on, we can do this. So, Adam, you play this
Yeah.
game in real
I
life.
wish I could re-roll that.
Well, many years ago, yeah.
Did you ever go outside during that period in your life?
Of course.
Are you sure? Talk to
Oh, yeah.
girls? Go to the movies?
Psh, what
Yep.
fun is that? Talking to girls.
No, I had a few friends, my brother and a couple friends that were super into Games Workshop stuff. So we played like all their stuff, like all their tabletop stuff. They played this Space Hulk.
Man, I would like to play
There's a-
Space Hulk, to be honest.
a bunch of just a bunch of random. We had a ton of that stuff. Yeah, Space Hulk was cool.
The actual video games of it are really cool. There's a Vita game.
You know? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a port of the PC game that came out in 2013. Stupid thing about it is they launched a Vita game that does not have any reason to need touch controls, and it's not PSTV compatible.
I guess it's the halftime.
Do we get more cheerleaders?
Who
Frame
knows?
rate
We'll see.
really stuttering on the flybys and stuff.
Yeah, when it goes to the full crowd,
Yeah, I
it-
mean,
it
they just need to
really
not do
drops
that if
down
it's
pretty
going to
bad.
hit the frame rate like that, because modern console gamers of this generation are very sensitive to frame rate. So, like, you can get by with a 30 FPS frame rate, but you don't let it drop down to like 10 frames or whatever that was.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Okay, what are we going on here? Am
Speaking
I
of pretty bad, look how I'm playing tonight, everybody.
is in defense before the kickoff? Okay,
I'm
so
kicking
you're going to be kicking to me, I think.
Can I move?
So let's, yeah, I think I'll go with this. This looks fine. Oh, no, you're getting set.
Yeah.
Switching to players in defense.
So who is kicking? Or you're kicking to me?
No, you're
Where's my
kicking to
kicker?
me.
I honestly don't know which guy is kicking. Oh, I just confirmed setup.
No
you
idea.
really want to confirm? Okay, fine.
Oh, C-Dub wants jokes. I'll give you a joke. You want a joke? Paul, what do you call a cow with two legs?
I don't know.
Lean beef.
Oh God.
So there you go. There's your joke of the day.
All right, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
One additional bribe to use to try to ignore a referee call.
Okay, I don't even know what that is.
It's an item we can use, but when does the referee even make calls that aren't just people getting knocked
I don't
over?
know.
Yes, they picked up the ball. Whoopee.
Whoopie dee doo. Yeah, badly needs VSync. Although VSync takes processing power, it does affect the frame rate
Yeah.
too. So,
You know, I bet you that was.
okay.
I'm sure they tried it and it was super choppy, and they said, "Well, what can we do? Gotta turn it off." Because why wouldn't you try it? Like
God.
you must think every developer must at some point enable it and be like, well, is this good enough?
I'm thinking what they should have done is drop the number of people in the stadium, because they have
Yeah,
to
they
be.
should have dropped the stadium and the effects, all the
Or
green smoke
they
and
could
all
have
that stuff.
made sprite, sprites instead of polygonal people, because you barely see it at all. Anyway.
I prefer for them to be 3D no matter what, but I would just say have less of them. That's just me.
Yeah, but then it's have like a. It's not very exciting to have a half-filled stadium.
Well, it's also not very exciting to have a stuttery frame rate.
Well, to be fair, it only stutters in the cutscenes and not when you're playing too much.
Yeah, when you're playing, it's pretty solid.
True. Let's see if this blitz works out for me.
Say, why aren't you
Just
going for the
things
ball?
are failing for me a lot, so it's making the game a little frustrating to play.
A cow with no legs is ground beef.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. Cluck My Duck has
Finally
that.
KO'd one of your guys. Yo, Cluck My Duck. Ground beef. You goofballs. My mom.
Yeah,
Mom's
your
right.
mom.
Texting now. Since she... Of course he failed to pick up the ball.
Fumbled.
Thanks, guy. So if anyone wants to know what
Why'd you
the
pick-
inside of a Cadbury Scream egg looks like, here it is. You can hopefully see that it is pretty
Terrible.
It's green
A bit-
and gooey. That's
Oh,
the
it's
stuff.
disgusting.
Good.
I just
Awful.
don't have words for that, Paul. Paul likes things that are green and gooey.
Well, they're terrible.
I mean, aren't you paying attention when I play? You can't see what I'm doing?
How many tickles to make an octopus laugh?
At least 8?
I see that your guys tend to maul my guys. That's about all I see, is that we're not an evenly matched team. And
Well, you might be a more finesse
I
team.
guess so, yeah. But I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I lose when I
Like you might be better at like say
losing.
dodging their tackles rather than blocking. You know what I mean? Like you might be have a better chance to run past him rather than take him head on and try to knock him over.
Perhaps so. Perhaps.
If I recall, the teams are fairly balanced.
I don't think they are. I think they are significant.
guy just did a straight up drop kick.
Like, for instance, that dwarf team
Tentacles.
just can't pick up the ball. So you play the dwarfs, and you'll never be able to pick up the ball. It's like, it's
Well,
a
that's-
useless team.
That seems wrong.
I mean, not that it's 100%
Well-
they can't pick it up, but the chances are low.
Yeah.
So, they just, I mean, why even have them in the game?
What happened? What?
That's right, Icky. I don't care.
Seriously?
That's what you get. Now you know
I
what it's
had
like
a
to be me.
67% chance and I failed. Dropped the ball right in front of
Yeah,
you.
you dropped the ball.
God. God, that's all I
No.
can say.
Wow, that was terrible. That might be the worst throw ever.
Yes, re-roll a dice. God, keep. The attacker is knocked down.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
I think that's what I don't like about it is
Appreciate
that you can make whatever strategic things you want, but it's random whether what you try to do will even work. So it just kind of sucks to be you, with you being the player.
I wasn't the one who said it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure I'll get a better, at least in single player, when you choose to tackle an opponent, they get knocked down, and that makes sense.
Well, that's got to be the same. It's got to be the same rules.
It was different. There was no dice rolling for it. It
Uh,
just, I would attack them and they would get knocked down in the match I played. Was it like that in the second match you played, Ryan?
What's that?
Did it have the dice rolling for attacks in the second campaign match, or did they actually just do whatever you picked to do?
No, the dice rolls
Okay,
were
the
there.
first match they weren't.
Maybe that was just a tutorial.
It
Maybe they're
was
just
a
trying to ease
tutorial,
in.
and yeah, they were easing us in. But I mean, like, this strategy to me should be like, well, where do I move my guys and things like that. It shouldn't be, God, I sure hope my guys don't just fail at everything they do.
It's not well. I mean, obviously it's a board game, right? So there's luck involved, but you know you have to mitigate that by look at this drop kick. That's fantastic. You have to mitigate that, but that is a Randy Orton style drop kick right there.
Yeah, that was pretty bold.
Yeah.
You
You
always get
have-
the free games, man. Always.
You gotta try to mitigate the dice rolls. You know what I mean? You have to assume you're gonna lose. Assume the dice roll's not gonna work. You know, kind of. You have to gotta work with it. You know, gotta work
Oh,
with it.
I just had another guy KO'd. That's like, what, my third, fourth one? Yeah.
Third or fourth, something like that.
Good thing about the new chat embedding is that, yes, it even shows Royal Bob's Dude Benny.
Yep.
Sweet. If we can't see Dude Benny, we're not happy.
Yep.
No one's
Yeah, no
happy.
dude
the
Benny,
same.
no good.
Yeah.
All right,
Well, I really like that new Tomb Raider, by the way. I know people are saying it was free, right?
Lara
on
Croft Go?
Xbox One.
Oh, just
No,
plain
no,
Tomb
no,
Raider.
no. The,
no.
Tomb Raider 2013,
Yeah, the
right? Yeah.
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 Do you
I think
know
it's a
I've
really
never
good game.
played it? I
You're up.
really want to play it, but I don't see how I'll ever have the time. That's a problem. But I want to.
Well,
That's a bummer because it's a
says the professional game reviewer.
But that's
Really
the thing.
well
I
made.
wasn't. I only play games I'm assigned to review because I always have games to review. Always.
Gotcha. You're up.
Oh. See, how would I know that? It should just in bright letters. It should be like your turn, but it's not.
It says it in big red letters across the screen, Paul.
I'm not seeing it right now. It should during your turn. It should be
Well-
on there. Is what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now what's happening? Waiting for server. Uh-oh, the game's actually messing up. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, Sirloin. This game's pretty
Yo,
cool.
Sirloin.
Well, looks like you failed that one, Paul.
Son of a crap. Well, we're re-rolling the
yeah.
dice.
Spark Ron
Twice.
taking you to task, Paul.
The attacker
know.
is down. See, if you're not, you might.
Twice,
I mean,
man.
the mismatched teams. It's ridiculous.
I mean, they have strengths.
I'm sure
and
they do,
weaknesses,
but
though. You just don't know what
That's.
you don't know what
I
yours are, and
don't-
you're not
I-
playing to them.
It shouldn't be like that.
Where my cursor at?
The whole, like, what other strategy can you build the game on other than being able to tackle people? I mean, that's how football works.
No, I mean obviously your guys are weaker, right? So you want to use your passing game. You want to try to get between them. You probably can avoid their tackles better than a tackle is different than a block, right? A block is when you run up to them and you try to knock them over, but a tackle is when you try to run past the
cheerleaders.
guy.
To be fair, definitely I'm not passing, so I know I'm doing that wrong. But
Oh, you
but
have
I
somebody
do
dead.
think that tackle should just freaking work. Like, I don't like this whole my guys can't tackle and his guys can thing. So
Well, that's a block is different than a tackle. You are blocking him, right? So you're trying to knock him over,
It's
but your
just
guys
about-
aren't good at that. But if they're more agile or whatever it is, I can't remember. You can you can try to run past them, set your guys up for the long pass. Think something like that.
yeah, the first game is more complicated, and this game does have a lot of improvements. You know, they sent me a list of improvements. There's a bunch.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Did Blood Bowl
Your
1
turn.
even come out on consoles? It still says your opponent is
Yeah, it was
playing
on-
on my screen.
It was on 360.
I just said yes. Yes, confirm setup. You cannot have more than 2 players. Oh. Where? What? I don't understand what it's complaining about.
You know, Icky, that is what I need. Thank you for pointing that out. God, Brian, quit delaying the game.
Okay, that looks fine. Let's just go with that.
Totally delaying the game.
What if it sent a
Totally.
mild electrical shock down the controller when it was returned?
That's not a bad idea. No, it could vibrate. Do you know you have to enable vibration in the settings? It's not even on by default, which is ridiculous. Yeah,
It's a
and
computer game.
but I mean, I enabled it, and still, I don't know if I felt one vibration this whole game. If I did, it's so mild because they obviously didn't take any kind of advantage of it. Because you know the Xbox One controllers have the best vibration of any controller ever. Like, yeah.
Oh, I know.
Definitely no.
Yep.
I hope you guys aren't being facetious. I'm being serious.
I have no idea what that even means, Royal Bob. Having not watched a single football game in my life.
Just, dude. Oh, it is my turn now? God. See, now it's my turn.
Yes, it's been your turn for like
Screw
30
you.
seconds.
I don't like Canadian football because Canadian football
Canadians?
has one less down.
Oh.
Well, no, it's probably mostly Americans that can't make the NFL.
Maybe so. Alright, fine.
So you're saying Canadian football is the junior league of American
I
football?
mean, isn't that what Canadians essentially are, is Americans who can't make the cut?
America Junior, yeah.
Just kidding. Some of my favorite people are Canadians.
Yeah, there's some alright Canadians. So yeah, try your Paul. Try a little more finesse. Try to get your guys open. Try to make passes. Don't try to brute force these guys because they're obviously stronger than you, right? So
But the thing is, you
know.
walk by them, they tackle you. So I can't even get through them, period. Touchback. What just happened?
It went out.
Okay.
So
Well, that's good.
give it to who you want.
That I can accept.
you want to give the ball to someone behind some blockers too if you're gonna give
Alright,
the ball,
yeah,
or someone
I'll
that
give
can
it to
throw the ball.
That sounds suggestive.
See, he's
Icky.
got. I mean, he has so many
it was
players on
totally
the field,
suggestive.
and I can't get through them.
Well, that's because you've got like 4 of them that are knocked out or dead.
Yeah, you might be getting low on guys, and you might have your backups in. Also, yeah, there were a ton of indie games that were just like press the button to make the controller vibrate.
Yes, there were.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna try. The other thing that tripped me up was this stupid tentacle guy.
He's got a long reach.
Yeah, and again, that's
I
not
would
fair.
say I would say be away from him.
Gee, what a great idea!
Hey man, you want
What
strategy? Come to me.
fantastic insight.
Let's see how this goes. It's not gonna go well. Block dice. Defender stumbles.
Yeah. You see how far you go.
like
You see
here.
where there's like the dice. That's like taking a risk. You know, like you're running further, but you have a chance to trip and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. So Paul, you don't want to.
This is
you're already-
$50.
Yeah.
C-dub.
It's a retail game.
Yep.
You see what you just did there, Paul. Now I'm
Uh-huh.
behind on the stream, but you don't want to like walk into him and block him out of the way. You just want to run past him. He'll get a chance to tackle you, but if your guys are more agile, then you'll have a better chance of,
See,
running right past
I
him. You know
wonder
what I mean?
if I can make 2 movements in the same turn because I really would like to be able to have more control over the path. Because, like, do I go left around these guys or do I go right around? If I can't make 2 movements, then I can't pick. I just have to hope for the best. And, yeah, that.
I think you can make more than
I
one
hope you're
movement.
right. Let's find out.
Well, move one of the guys that doesn't have the ball.
Maybe I will. No, I want to move the guy with the ball. Here, he's doing his
That's
first
crazy.
movement.
You're gonna go
He's
through all those
sprinting.
people?
No, I moved him. I ran him to the left. Now let's see if he can go again. Oh, he can't. That's fantastic. It's wonderful. It's great.
He's just a bundle of laughs, Royal Bob.
Just, yeah, not being able to pick the pass they take is pretty BS, in my opinion. It can't. Oh, and the dude fell over. God. Twitch is stunned.
Slipped on the bloody
Ugh.
grass.
Uh,
Oh, this isn't gonna go well
no,
for you.
You know, it hasn't been so far, as a matter of fact. I mean, I started doing what Adam said. I was trying to just go around the guys and not have to deal with them very much, but
You want to get you guys open. You want to get yourself set up for a pass. You know what I mean? Behind his line. That's what you
well,
want to do.
he wasn't able to tackle the ball carrier, so that's good at least.
Oh.
Attacker
bollocks.
down. His other guy. Wow, the dice roll actually went in my favor for once.
It does have a good tutorial, but we kind of skipped it because we both downloaded it about an hour
Yeah, we had
ago.
some technical issues with that.
Yeah, little. Oh, one shy,
One shy.
man. You'll probably slip and fall.
That's how my guys are, but no,
Oh.
it worked out this time.
Within grasping range of the fans.
Yeah, sure, pass, man. Go for it.
I don't think so. Defender
Now
stumbles.
you see where it says. You see where it says going for it. That is kind of pushing. You know, that's extra, and that's where you could slip up, drop the ball, and stuff like that.
Ah,
So you want to unless you need to. I mean, sometimes you'll want to do that, but you want to try to minimize that. You know what I mean?
Makes sense. Yeah, I want to point out to everyone that we only
Fans
did
are
a
hungry?
portion of the
Does it say
tutorial.
that?
We have not. Neither one of us has played the game very much. Brian played a little bit more than me, and so don't think that this is two guys who know what they're doing playing.
This isn't indicative of experts at this
Yeah, so
particular
even
game.
if I get frustrated about something, don't think it's necessarily an actual problem with the game. It could just be me not knowing what the crap I'm
You know.
doing.
Yeah, we're just idiots.
But especially me in this case. You know, like I said, I do disagree with tackles not just being kind of an automatic thing, but that it is a board game, so I guess that's how it has to work.
Wow.
Hey, that one worked out in my favor for the first time ever. Do I have any guys who were just knocked down but still alive? No?
Not that I think you can
Doesn't look
revive.
that way.
Unity is strength.
Oop.
Ah, that didn't go so well. Turnover.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, but it is a very interesting game. But the idea of taking a genre like sports and making it into a strategy game, very clever to me, and I like it a lot. Ah ha ha!
Oh.
That's what he gets.
Let's try that
Oh,
again.
you can try again. Well, crud. Crap. Oh, Handsome Mark is injured. And he gets stomped by the crowd.
And he gets the crap kicked out
The
of him by
crowd
the
are jerks. They're not even actually at the line of scrimmage, so I don't understand why that's a thing that happens. But like if they were on the line, it would
And I
make
think he
sense.
died.
It'd be like Pit Fighter, but they're not on the line. You remember Pit Fighter, Adam?
I was watching a
What?
so-called stream, and we were just talking about
Seriously?
Pit Fighter.
What are the odds?
Yeah.
So-called is streaming now instead of watching our stream.
Oh,
Oh,
not
he's
right
such a
now.
Yeah,
bum. I was gonna say
Like,
if he's
this is
streaming
He-
now, I'm
he
gonna
counter
yell
streamed
at
us
him.
the other day. It's like, does he have to do it every time we stream?
It's like a few
Okay,
days ago.
fine.
Trying to steal all your viewers.
Feels that way. Where's the ball now? Oh, over there. Okay, got it.
Thanks for stopping
Yeah,
by, Sirloin.
good to see you, man. Get this guy up. Get up, you jerk. You too, dork.
Who even knows where the line of scrimmage in this game is?
Well,
Yeah,
there's
no
I don't know if
idea.
there is one.
There is no line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
Right, but that's what I mean. If I recall, there's probably not in this, but if I recall in the actual board game, there was rules for like, you know, having downs and things like line of scrimmage and playing with downs and things like that.
Good luck.
These guys are all too tough for my guys. Do I have anybody way far back? Okay, what can you do, way far back guy? Not a whole lot, is what it looks like. But we'll get him over there. Don't fall.
Except he's gonna
That's
slip
what
at the last moment
I was
and break
afraid
his
of that,
neck.
but he lived. Okay. None of my guys can attack your guys without the red dice coming up, which means we're gonna lose. All I can do is,
Well, it just means I get to pick.
well, oh, it doesn't mean we're gonna fail?
No, the red dice means your opponent gets to pick.
Okay, let's try that then. Both down.
That team should avoid
That wasn't both down. That was you knocking me down.
One of my players had a dodge.
Tell him he can go straight to hell.
I'll be sure to let him know. Darn it.
You didn't knock him down, did you? That's what you get. Adam, did you install the custom
That
firmware
is
on
so much
your
crap.
PSTV yet?
Did I? What? Where?
Today,
what?
custom firmware came out on the PSTV that lets you play any game, whether it's whitelisted or not. So you can play any Vita
I
game
don't
on
know.
it.
How do you get that?
There's a thread about it on NeoGAF. I'll have
How
to.
do I? I have
You don't
no
even
idea
have
what
it.
to do. I'd have no
It's
idea what
not
to do.
horribly complex. It does involve using a specific email program on your computer, and you have a
Boy.
Mac, so there probably aren't any other programs.
Mac. I think we've had this discussion already.
Whenever we talk about Macs, it's just kind of like, trying to make Adam not feel too sorry for himself.
I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. I don't understand what the problem with the Mac is. I turn it on and it accesses the internet. It makes cool sounds. I
It's
can
done.
change my picture to a dog.
Thank goodness.
I mean, I don't understand what else you want out of a computer.
To actually have programs to use.
What programs?
Do I
What
not
am I
have
going
the
to
ball
use?
anymore?
Fun stuff.
Like what? Name me a program that I can't use. That I want to use.
Well, I don't know what you want to use.
Most
Well,
games.
that's the thing.
Like
I don't want to
nearly
play.
all the good
I don't play
games
games on a
Well,
computer.
maybe if you had good games, you would.
Well, if you had a good computer.
And they use
No, I would-
controllers now. You don't have to play mouse and
I
keyboard.
will not. I do not.
Who has the ball? Where's the ball?
I'm not saying
No,
anything.
seriously, how do you even tell? Because my guy
The one with the blue light.
but it won't let me move him. Look, he can only go backwards. Why can he only go backwards? That doesn't make sense.
I have no idea.
Somebody explain this to me, because
Have you selected
Alright.
the wrong
no,
guy?
I'm picking the.
Are you trying to throw?
I'm not.
Hit B.
I'm hitting B, then I push A on him, and look, the only spaces that light up are either behind him or the spaces over where that guy is who originally knocked down our ball carrier. So
I don't know.
I cannot tell what is happening. It's crap. I guess I could at least get my other guys up. My other guy up, I should say. Yeah, I lost the whole
That's
turn
alright.
because the game screwed me over. Ball carrier can't walk forward. Why would he not be able to walk forward?
He isn't a runner. He needs to pass. I don't know that that's true. I kind of feel like I think anybody can run with
Yeah.
the ball
I'll be right back, you guys.
if you want.
those players are running each other. Are you much of a runner?
So Brian, tell me something interesting.
About what?
Mac computers.
They're basically PCs with
Yes.
a half-assed operating system.
Awesome. Tell me more.
That's about all I got right now. I'm trying to
You know,
kill
like
Paul.
when my screensaver comes on, it tells me all kinds of interesting facts about Macs.
Wow.
Yeah, and like things that are happening, like in this year. This happened with Macintosh.
Fun
1982.
times.
This chip was developed. It's awesome. I'm learning when you're just playing video games.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. I don't understand what the issue is. I don't know what you have. I don't know why you're against learning, but here I am learning.
Well, it's Paul's turn, and there's nothing I can do to pause it. His clock's just gonna run out.
Yeah. And he'll come back and be like, and the game screwed me. I had to go to the washroom, and it
Hey.
didn't stop.
Oops.
Like, what can you have to play? I mean, you know.
There's nothing I can do. It's his turn.
Yeah.
Only on the Chinese App Store, Bob. I can't see. Let's do that one. Oh, wow. He knocked out my tentacled monstrosity.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Is he just back for his turn, or did he put his mic on, or what's the deal here?
He's still muted if he's back.
Whoops. Haha, I'm back.
Whoops.
It was the Phantom that was playing for Paul.
I'm back, punks. I don't have any downed people. Is everyone just dead? Everyone is just dead.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Paul's not on mute.
God,
Better
Icky.
not be. God. I don't know why you're trying so hard. You're gonna lose.
Yeah, you know, I picked up on that.
I don't even know when this game ends. Is it on turn 16? 'Cause
Yeah,
that's what
I
we're on right
believe-
now.
Dang it, I think so. It's 2 halves of 8. That's how the game explained it. Can anyone get to the ball? Can he get there? Can he get there? He got the ball! Now I can pass to him. Pushing X.
But he
Oh,
can't do anything if he
else.
just stood up.
So there's nothing else really to do, is there? Except try to tackle you guys.
That'll shake things up.
That didn't have very much of a point, but that's okay. This guy can't do anything good on his turn. Go, bro. You know, I feel like as far as using this video goes, that if my understanding of the game increases very much, that I just won't be able to use this video.
Are you just afraid to put one where you
Not
lose?
because I lost, but because because I in particular didn't really know what I was doing. That it will look dumb to include it with a review.
I don't know. It seemed
I
okay.
hope so.
I mean, it gives
had you-
people a good idea as to what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least there's that. So that took us a little bit over an hour. That's what you're looking at for a multiplayer game. Could have gone slightly faster if we always knew what we were doing.
And some of
2-0.
us didn't run to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right at the end. Icky says he has 3 more minutes. That's about it, Icky.
Well, we're just
Yeah,
about done
I
anyway.
can go look
so-
at some menus or something. Let's see. What's Cabal TV?
Oh.
Use the replay
Community replays.
to relive your favorite
So here you can watch other people's games, and you can search for live batch. Let's see what that does.
Oh, that's interesting.
All right, there are matches going on now, and I can simply pick to watch them.
Oh, that's kind of
Yeah, we'll pick one and see if it actually just loads right up or not.
Does it tell what turn they're on?
It does not seem to.
cool. It tells what the
Yeah, it
score
tells you the
is.
score. And
Yeah.
that's
Well, don't. Yeah. I was trying to find pick a close
Oh,
game.
sorry, I picked a 2-0. My bad. But it's loading, so let's see how that goes. Loading, loading, loading. Adam, did you get Gears of War Judgment, or did you already have it?
I have Judgment. Yeah.
Have you beaten it?
I have. Yes.
I never beat 3 or Judgment.
Oh, that's a shame. I'll play with you someday.
That would be fun. I wonder if they've added them to backwards compatibility yet on Xbox One. I don't think they have, or I would have heard about it. It'd be nice if they had.
Well, that's not even out yet, right?
What?
The backwards compatibility.
Well, I'm in the.
It is if
Yeah,
you're a
I'm in the
preview.
preview. So
Yeah, preview. But I don't think that that's going to
before
come until
November. Dang it.
before November, before the actual for everyone.
Okay, here I am watching the field. I can push Y to switch view. All it does is switch between one side or the other. It doesn't give you like dramatic views or anything, which is a shame, because that would be a cool way to watch. But you still get the cinematic views when they do specific things. And by the way, those cinematics can be disabled in the options if you don't like them.
Or you can make it to where it's only the touchdowns that have
Yeah.
cinematics. It's kind of neat.
Good feature. Vibration really should be on by default. That's just the standard. So not having it on is silly. And then even if you have it on, you're not even going to feel it because they just didn't do a good job with it. So these guys, what are these tail guys? Who are they? I really wish I could at least swing the camera around circularly, but you can't. It's just like the camera control you would have if you were actually playing.
You can zoom in and out with the triggers, and that's about it. And, move it.
Oh, well, you know, zooming in actually is pretty cool. I didn't realize we could get in that close.
Yeah, it looks pretty good when you zoom
These
all
are
the way
rat
in.
guys, aren't they?
That's kind of what they look like.
Those are the Skaven.
So what's a Skaven? Tell me about them.
Ask me anything about Blood
Tell us
Bowl.
about the Skaven, Adam. That's what we want to know.
They're rat people.
What do they do? What are they into? Cheese?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, for sure. But then also like evil. They're generally evil.
Good seeing you, Clung My Duck. On Saturday, we're streaming Project Root. And yes, it would be great to see you here for that, man. Oh, you know what? I got a bonus stream we can do if you guys feel like sticking around.
What is it?
It's something very special. Let's go ahead and back out of this and do our outro.
Strider 2.
Well, in that hemisphere, pause. How do I just back out?
If you're just trying to sucker us into playing or watching you play some more,
No, it's a
Forza
new
6.
Icky, you might want to stick around because
I
apparently
think
it's
you might have to go
No,
to work.
no, I'm off tonight, finally. Yeah.
I was
Oh,
talking about Icky.
God, Icky.
Oh.
All right, good seeing you, dude.
Strider 2, man.
It is like 9 o'clock in the morning over there, 9:30.
Yep.
Tomorrow, send me the
He
lottery
keeps
numbers.
Weird hours. All right, guys, this has been Blood Bowl 2 from Focus Home Entertainment. Pretty cool strategy game, very clever take on the sports genre, nice fantasy theme. It is tangentially tied, is that how you say that? Tied to the Warhammer universe. You know, sometimes it's considered Warhammer, sometimes it's not. And I look forward to playing it more and getting my head around the rules. Definitely playing some more of the campaign, which does have a story, so that makes it pretty interesting. Thank you for playing with me, Brian.
Not a
Glad
problem.
to have you on the mic telling us stuff about the game, Adam.
Yep, anytime.
All right, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Read my full review at windowscentral.com. And please, don't hate. Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Adam, you forgot to say bye.
Bye-bye!